Hi everybody, I just wanted to do a super quick update video. Now, as you can see, this is going to be a reading and I'm going to be looking at this 24th of September. Now, I've seen a huge amount about this. I was given this date specifically, but then I heard that this date had been commented on by a was it a German chancellor or something like that. So I'm doing a reading. As you can see, I'm going to lay the cards now and we're going to have a look what is likely to be happening around this date, because there's been a lot of speculation, there's a lot of fear around this, and I just wanted to, I'm fascinated with what's going to happen. Now, I've already looked into the numerology. I didn't yet have a chance to look into the astrology, but I did want to explore this a little bit more. What exactly is going to be happening on this date, if anything? Because I mean, we've had things coming out before, but then we did know that as the London Bridge falling was a signal. So obviously I'm fascinated with what's going to be happening around this time. And even when I was thinking about it, I had a little bit of a panic as well, and I think I was kind of slipping into the group energy about it. But I know, just please remember, and it does look like something's going to be happening. It does look like something is going to be happening here. I'm not seeing anything too devastating. Obviously, I'll get to that in a minute, but I do just want to say, please remember, whatever does happen on the 24th of September, just remember that the outcome is assured. We are heading into galactic alignment. We are going through the spiritual awakening. This has all been set. So whatever does happen, please remember that. If you don't know what all that is, galactic alignment, if you don't know why the outcome is assured, I am going to be doing a video on my membership site, on my website, about the outcome and what that's going to look like, because it has been foretold, it has been prophesied, and time again this is what I've been getting. So whatever happens, don't panic. We came here for a reason, and that reason is the spiritual awakening, to witness this spiritual awakening. Whatever happens, we are protected by the white hats and the star seed families. Now, I think what the German Chancellor said, and I might be wrong, but this is what I got. He said, everyone will remember where they were on the 24th of September. Now, I know there's a couple of, I think the 23rd is the autumn equinox, and the 24th is a new moon, full moon? New moon. I'm not expecting, to be honest, anything like the, for example, the 9/11. I know the 9/11 was retaliation, because on that date is generally what I understand is the Galactic Federation meeting, and I get that was retaliation from the Dark Hats. I get that this is all under control now with the Dark Hats, so anything that we see happening is going to be the White Hats or our starseed families. Now, I do want to have a look at the numerology in a second, but I do want to have a look at these cards first. Now, in this past line, we've got a huge change occurring, and I get that this was the passing of the Queen, the London Bridge falling. Now, I do want to be looking at that, because I know I've got that she's still alive, but I know a lot of other readers got she's dead, and somebody did ask me that question, and I did kind of think, well, yes, it does. Often with the cards, if you get two conflicting answers, it often means that the answer is not quite straightforward. And I know you're saying, well, she's dead or she's not dead, but no, it's not quite that simple. So, but I want to be looking at that in a whole other video. about what that means. But here we've got the official announcement of the passing away of the Queen, and here obviously around this date we've got the Death card, which is obviously another major change happening. So I do get that there is going to be change, and yet here is the Love card, an uprushing of love, and here we've got putting rose-coloured spectacles on about the past. I wonder whether it's some kind of announcement about the Queen. This is not really indicating what this is going to be at all. I was hoping for a clearer for a clearer kind of expression of what we can expect. I get here, this is about disclosure, because this is the future line. Yes, it's definitely the white hats. Whatever happens, it's going to be the white hats. This is not our off-world family. I'm not getting that at all. This is not our off-world family. This is the white hats, and this is going to be an exposure, because this is about lies and deceit, and a realisation, an understanding, an uprushing of understanding. And this is obviously, as you can see, it's the overwhelm card, so I know a lot of people are going to be overwhelmed with the information. I think we've already got most of the information, don't we? But a lot of people are going to be overwhelmed, so that I get that there's going to be some kind of disclosure. Now, how big or small that is, I don't know. Thank you. We've got two major arcanas here indicating change. It is coming out with love, but it is going to shift everyone's perception of the truth, exposing the lies here. Okay, the Lovers is about choice. Whatever's going to happen, it's going to be a victory, but it's about choice. Maybe that's not actually set how they're going to do it yet, and that's why they're not being clear. Now, that's not what I was expecting at all, and I shall tell you why. Because I was told that something was going to happen in the sky. Now, I was thinking, well, what could that be? Well, let's put some cards down about this sky thing, and something happening in the sky, because I kept getting that over and over again. I don't get this is going to be to do with the Queen, although obviously it could be the royal family and the Queen, although I didn't get that. I couldn't rule it out, obviously. But let's have a look at if something's going to happen in the sky. Now, people say, well, what could happen in the sky? Well, I've been told a few things. Now, I don't know whether these things are true. These are what other people have said. I've been told several times that there's actually two suns, and one sun is hidden behind our sun. So it could be that that is exposed. Now, I know that a lot of people have said that the moon is an artificial. It was put there by the dark hats as a satellite, to increase certain vibration. And I know that the off-worlders are wanting to remove or exchange the moon, because it's not a natural satellite of the Earth. Now, I want to say that what they're initially saying here is this is the white hats, the white hat army, and this is obviously the deep state dark cult. They're just going to carry on. They're just going to carry on. They're just going to carry on. They're going to be very happy about what's going to happen. I get we're going to be very happy about what's going to happen as well. Obviously, and a lot of people are not. And here are our lovely off-world starseed families in the future line. I wonder whether this is going to be some kind of disclosure. I really do think we're going to get some kind of disclosure that's going to introduce the possibility of the exposure of the off-worlders, or perhaps this is going to be a lot more activity in the sky. Let's ask that question. Don't worry, it's not going to be huge. Now, I get that people are going to be unhappy about it, but I get that it's not going to be everything coming out all at once. It's good. They're going to do it slowly, but it is going to start. I get they're going to do it as slowly as possible, so we don't have a panic and rioting, etc. Now, I've heard a lot about this fresh start that's coming, because obviously everything's going to have to change. The med beds are going to have to come out. The money system's going to have to swap over or be disregarded or not. And I wonder whether it's, yeah, we're going to be leading to something to do with the money here. This obstacle is the money, yeah. The obstacle is the money. If people are in fear, we can't ascend if people are in fear. We can't ascend, so they have to do it slowly. It's very important that people do not get triggered into fear. I'm getting a disclosure. I'm getting a disclosure here on the 24th. Now, if you remember, if you've been watching my videos, you'll get that I can't remember the actual date now, but I did get way back before the Johnny Depp trial, I got that now, sorry, I'm just going to shuffle and ask the question, can we get more about what this disclosure is going to be like and how big this disclosure is? Now, way back when, before the Johnny Depp trial started, I got that there was it was a special date, and I was given a date that something specific was going to happen, and on that date was the very first day, excluding the swearing in of the jury, of the Johnny Depp trial. So I do get that sometimes these things can look very ordinary and still be quite significant. Yeah, they can't give us any, they can't give us any more. Okay, they can't give us any more because they've not completely decided on what it is they're going to do yet. Obviously, I get that this the army want it out, the white hats want it out there just as much as we do, and they recognise that this is a turning point here. I get that they've obviously been given clearance from our starseed family who asked them to hold on. A male, a man in authority, a man, a professional man. It can't just be one person though, can it? Walking away. I get they're going to start the disclosures. I wonder whether it centres around one single man. Oh, I mean, at first I was thinking, well, could it be Prince Charles? Or maybe Boris Johnson, but obviously I'm British, so I'm thinking of British people. But what about Biden? What about Biden? And it is, yeah. I mean, we know all about Biden's son, don't we? Is this all about the Donald Trump and Biden thing? No, I'm getting no. Okay, they're not going to give me any more because they're not 100% sure, to be honest. The choices again, lots and lots of choices. They're just weighing them up. They do want it all out. They want it all out in the public view, but so yeah, that's what I'm getting. It's going to be more of a disclosure than anything else. Some kind of disclosure. That's what they're giving me here. Although, please keep in mind, they did say there's lots and lots of different options here. What I get is the most likely choice they're going to make is a big disclosure, possibly about a single person. Oh, could it be around the Pope? Could it be around the Pope? Now this is quite a confusing reading. Obviously we're getting several options here. One option is exposing of a person. It could be Joe Biden, it could be the Pope. I'm not getting the royal family. I apologise if it is. I'm getting either the Pope or Biden. Biden, that's his name, isn't it? I went blank then. I'm getting the Pope or Biden. I can't, or perhaps even both. Who knows? Yeah, wouldn't that be fun to open up the what you call it, where he lives? I can't even think. The word's gone from my mind, but you know where he lives, in Rome, that place. But it could also, of course, be the off-worlders. The most likely outcome is going to be an expose, though. That's what I'm getting. I'm not seeing any huge situation, but I've been getting that all along, that there's not going to be like a huge, there's not going to be any mushrooms in the skies. There's not going to be any fake alien invasions. That's what I've got all along. There's not going to be any turning off the power and days of emergency broadcast disclosures. I know that was always an option. I know that was always an option, but that's not what I'm seeing here. But that's what I've got all along. They're going for the softest exposure that they can. Either way, be prepared. Get your candles in. Get your water stocked up. Get a little bit of extra food in. Make sure your devices are charged, fully charged as much as possible. And let's just sit back and watch this all unfold. Now, I was asking for advice, but they've just given me another option here. Obviously, this is a woman being exposed here. Maybe it's more than one person. Maybe it is three people. Maybe that's what they've got in mind. Lies and deceit. Again, they're still working on it. Maybe it's just going to be the start of the roll of the disclosures. You know, one after the other after the other. That's what I was kind of seeing. It was one after the other, wasn't it? Kind of one disclosure, another disclosure, another disclosure. We've got lots of choices who we pick. And then obviously we're going to get the starseed family. Let's just see if I can get a word of advice for us all here, unless they just give me another option. Yeah, but I'm not seeing any big disaster. I'm not seeing anything unusual in the skies, or not yet at least, certainly not on this date. But don't panic, it is going to change. The worst is definitely over, is what they're saying here. Whoever needs to be judged will be judged by a higher power than them. Or well, they're not judged, are they? But you know what I mean. Nobody's judged. But obviously, karma is a thing, isn't it? Especially on this world of contrasts. And we're heading towards our new world. Not the new world order, but our new world, which is what we've been hoping and wishing for, isn't it? I'm not seeing any major disasters. I am definitely seeing something happening on this date, but I am not seeing it being a major thing. Yes, I can imagine if it is a major disclosure of a major figure after so many disclosures. It may be shocking to some people, because it certainly seemed to be in that first spread, it certainly seemed to cause distress in some of the population. Not us, we know what's happened, so we're ready to move forwards with it. Oh, I wanted to look at the numerology as well. I've gone on longer than I thought with that. Let's have a look at the numerology, because it was quite interesting. Yes, the 24th is a good looking number. It indicates help and assistance from others. Now, the 2 and the 4 is a 6, and which is also a good number. Not that there's any bad single numbers, but you know. And it's on the 9th. So the 6 and the 9 added together, sorry, the 6 and the 9 are compatible numbers anyway. 3, 6 and 9 are all compatible numbers. So the 6 and the 9 added together is 15, which 1 and 5 is 6. So once again, we've got a 6. Now, if we add, so we've got the 2 and the 4 is the 6, so that's 6, and then we've got the 9 for September, and then we've got 2022. 222 equals 6 once again. So we've got the 6, 9 and the 6, which equals 21, which is a 3, which is another compatible number. So it's all quite impressive, isn't it? 21 indicates victory after a long fight. And haven't this been a long fight? Also, the 21 is the last major arcana. Wow. Isn't that incredible? That is absolutely astonishing. The 21, you can see it there. 21 is the world card. The last major arcana. Completion, cycles completing and cycles beginning. Just because we've been, it seems to be a lot of 3, 6s and 9s. The third major arcana, the number 3 card in the major arcana is the Empress, which is about fertility and birthing. Number 6 card is the Lovers, which is, like I've said, it's all about choice. And the number 9 card is the Hermit, which is all about light in the darkness. Did we get the Hermit? No, we got it last time, didn't we? Light in the darkness. So it's all about, obviously the 3, 6 and the 9 is the theme of this date. So taking those 3 cards, it's an indication of fertility and birthing, giving us more choice, and also bringing light to the darkness with that. And that's why I wanted to run over the numerology, because that is absolutely fascinating, isn't it? So whatever happens, don't panic. Don't panic. I'm not seeing any major situations or any major disasters. However, like they've said, they've got lots of choices. So, you know, make sure you've got that extra water in, make sure you've got that extra food in, and make sure, you know, your devices are charged. The usual type of thing. We're getting used to this by now, but they are going to go for a soft reveal if they can. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this has allayed any fears that you may have had. Please do the YouTubey things, like, share, subscribe if you know anyone who is panicking about this date or is interested in this date, then please pass this video along. I'd love to hear your comments, and I hope to see you in the next video, which is definitely going to be, fingers crossed, definitely going to be the Johnny Depp video. So see you there.